Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be testing out some more new Dollar Tree makeup. If you've been with me, you know that Dollar Tree has been bringing out a lot of new makeup here recently, and I've been hauling it and trying it for you all. So I've got a bunch of new products to try today. I've got things from IONI, LA Colors, and BPure. So always excited to try new stuff for you all. Of course, if you're a returning Dollar Diva, thank you so much for coming back for another video. And to all my Dollar Divas that have been hyping my videos, I think it's really been helping me out a lot. So I appreciate it so very much. My husband saw something the other day. There's like categories, and I'm like in like the top 15 now for like fashion, I guess within channels like around like my caliber, my size. So super exciting. Every reason to believe it's just because of your support and all that kind of thing. So thank you so much for your continued and constant support. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Jessica and I'm basically a bargain beauty channel. What I mean by that is I like to do a lot of the same fun content that other beauty channels do. I just like to keep it at the bargain price point, so the closer to $1, the better. So if it sounds like you're in the right place, I do hope you become part of our Dollar Diva family here on YouTube. And as always, I'll have related content linked down below. That way you can binge watch more content like this. I've done a couple testing new Dollar Tree makeup videos, so I will have those at the top. And like I said, any kind of related content down below in the description box. So definitely check out my other videos when you're done watching this. And without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. So I've used this in one other video, so this is kind of a second impression item, but in case you missed it, it's the Mercerie Sculpting Brow Pencil. So you get a tapered brow pencil on one end, and this end here, you get a little mini kabuki brush. That way you can blend your brows. This is in deep brown. I'm not sure if this is the only shade they had or not. I can't really remember, but yeah, Mercerie has been coming out with a lot of new products as well. And also, Marie Claire has resurfaced as well. That was a makeup brand that I found, I think earlier this year or late last year, and they've been bringing their products back here as of late. In my last video, I really liked this brow pencil. A lot of you all seem to really like it as well. So I went to all three of my Dollar Trees today, and they were really very well stocked. But I didn't find anything new today, so it was kind of a bust, but that's okay because I've got so many things to try anyway in the world of skincare and makeup. So it was probably better that I didn't buy the whole store today. So I'm just going to use this to kind of just blend a little bit, soften them up. There we go. And I will be cleaning them up as well with concealer. So I'm just going to clean up my brows with my BPure Hydrating Concealer, and I'm going to add some eyeshadow primer, and then we're going to get into some new eyeshadow. So I'm going to do that off camera, and I will be right back. So I cleaned up my brows, and I also added some LA Colors eye primer. Now we've got some new eyeshadow. So I used a couple of these in my last testing new Dollar Tree makeup video, and today I'm going to be using a couple more color stories. These are the new LA Color 4-pan eyeshadows. They look very similar to the e.l.f. Bite Size. This here is Sweet Princess, and this here is Fashionista. So I'm going to kind of get a look between these two color stories here. And then I also have this. This is the LA Colors Shimmer Eye Topper. And it's really, my camera doesn't even do it justice. It's just a really pearlescent, pretty, iridescent eye topper. So I thought between these colors and that we could get a really pretty look today. I also have a new eyeshadow brush to try. I hauled this maybe a month or two ago. It's the Sassy Chic makeup brush. It's dual-ended, so it's got kind of a fluffier end and then a more tapered end here. And I've been meaning to use it in my last several videos, and I just kind of get carried away and go into my old brushes, so I've kind of forgotten. So Sassy Chic actually makes some really nice makeup brushes, in my opinion. They may not last you forever, but they're really not a bad quality at all. So I'm gonna go into this shade right here just to put all over my lid as a base. I actually had a Dollar Diva ask if I could do like an eyeshadow brush type of video, like let you know what I'm using, why I'm using it, whether they're Dollar Tree or not, and I will. It's been a while since I've done like a dedicated brush video, but I guess it may be time. I tested out the really neutral color stories of these quads last time, and got a really nice neutral eyeshadow look. The purpose of this color here is not really to add so much color to the lid, but to add a base of shadow so everything else goes on top smoothly. And shades of purple are kind of like notorious in being kind of patchy. And I don't exactly know what I'm doing today. I just know that I'm gonna be putting the topper on top. That's pretty much what I know. So I think I'm gonna go first into this shade right here. It's kind of a light lilac, and I'm just gonna use the same brush. This may not do very much, but I wanna kind of test it and see. If not, I might just go into the next shade. Very little. This is just kind of a very light, kind of dusty shade. So I'm just going to put it on my other. I'm going to put it on my other lid, and then I'm going to move on to the next shade, just to say we're even. So I'm going to go into this shade right here, this kind of mauve shade. Again, I'm going to use the same brush. Hopefully, I can get some more color payoff. Pastels are just notoriously tricky, in my opinion. We're getting a little something there. I am really kind of packing it on my brush as well. That's getting a little something. It's not going on the eyelid exactly the way it looks in the pan, but that is okay. It's okay to build up your eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go into the other palette here and again, keep building this up. I'm gonna try and see what this shade here will do. These are very creamy formulas, just as LA Colors quads always are. I'm gonna eventually go into that really dark maroon as well. There are actually 5 of these quads. I do have all 5. Yeah, that's building up quite a bit now. Now we're moving. So now I'm gonna go into that really deep kind of maroon shade there. And I kind of want to smoke it out a little bit, you know how I do. I anticipated this being a little bit more pigmented, but it seems to be buildable and very blendable. Oh yeah. They are definitely very blendable, which is nice. My last video was a monochromatic, like latte brown makeup look. And so I was asking for suggestions, and y'all give me some really great suggestions for monochromatic makeup looks. And so if you have any more, definitely let me know. I want to use like another brush to blend this even better. Clean up any mess under my eyes. Okay, so now, so I could go into one of the shimmers or I could go right in with the topper. I don't really know exactly which direction to go. See, these 2 shades here are kind of like, they're shimmery shades. And then this purple here is kind of shimmery as well. I don't know if I should maybe try to put that on. So I've got this other brush I'm gonna try. I think I've already tried this once with like powder. And so it's got this little like flat end. So I'm gonna go into that purple kind of shimmer shade with that brush and pack it on, just kind of see what it won't do. I do have a new setting spray. This is from IONI. This is from their latest makeup collection, and it's green tea infused, so it comes in this little green container. So I'm gonna use this to spray my brush, because this is a shimmer. I love that sprayer mist. Really, really nice. And it smells really nice too. I don't know if it smells like green tea exactly, but it kind of actually smells a bit like cucumber to me. Oh yeah, that's getting a nice look. That's doing it. I thought having a little bit of like a shimmery purple might look nice under that topper. And this is doing a great job for this purpose too. I guess it's probably technically a concealer brush, but you can use a concealer brush for this type of thing. I always use a little flat brush for like my shimmers, so a small concealer brush does the job as well. There we go. I think that's really nice so far. So I just wiped some of the mess under my eyes. That's why my face is a little red. So I'm gonna go in with that eye topper. And I think I might try to use the brush first. I usually like to use like a little small brush. I think I'm just gonna try it with the actual brush it comes with. That is really gorgeous. It's not quite as pigmented as like a traditional liquid shadow, but the beauty is it's just supposed to be a topper, so it's supposed to let a little bit of the color shine through. So it's not meant to be quite as opaque, you know? That is gorgeous, y'all. This is one of those things where I feel like Dollar Tree has gone and went bougie, has gotten even bougier on us. So I just kind of want to, I'm going to take that little flat brush and just kind of blend this little line right here. That is absolutely stunning. So I'm gonna take a brush that's like a little bit more compact, like something like that right there, and really try to concentrate this dark maroon shade. I just want to get a little bit more definition on the outer part of my eye, kind of down more towards the lash line. I think that is so beautiful. So I don't really have a new mascara or liner to try out for you all, and I actually did these in my last testing new Dollar Tree makeup video as well. These are the Mercerie More Drama Faux Lashes, and I love them. I actually have a pair that I left in work because I love them so much. And I do have to trim these. They are a little bit too wide for my eyes. So I'm gonna add my liner and lashes, and then we're gonna come back because I do have a new primer to try. So I'm gonna do this stuff off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, so my lashes are on. I did kind of trim off 3 sections, and you can see the glue on them a little bit, and it's because it's still kind of drying. So now I have a new primer from BPure to try. So this is supposed to be a dupe for e.l.f. It's the Glow Up Gel Primer. I also have the highlighter to try. I saw the lip oil, but I didn't pick it up because I've got so many lip products. I also have another primer I've seen that's in like a green tube, and I have not yet seen that. So it's supposed to be scented like watermelon, and I actually used this in my last video and really liked it. So this is gonna be kind of a second impressions type of thing. Now, in my experience, it doesn't smell too much like watermelon. Like the smell, to me, is not overpowering. And I did like the way my foundation went over. And because these are kind of making their way back to Dollar Tree, I got mine last year sometime, but they're starting to pop up, these Prolux products. So I actually just finished up a foundation, and I put my second one, and I have that in my work makeup bag, and then this is the third one that I purchased. I purchased 3 of each, the powder and the foundation. So this is the shade Bisque. And so I'm gonna be applying this today. So like I said, I've tried these before because they've been at Dollar Tree before, but if you're on the fence about them and you've been seeing them, it's kind of a new again product at Dollar Tree. Like I said, I've been using one of the shades at work, and I just finished it up yesterday, as a matter of fact. Put my other one in there. And so far out of the powders, I got 2 shades plus translucent. And in my experience, because I've tested them all before here on my channel, in my experience, and the shades are all a little bit light on me, but we'll make it work. Don't be afraid. In my experience, the translucent is my favorite. So I've been working extra this week, so I've been wearing more earrings, and this ear right here, the hole is like a little irritated. It just kind of happens to me from time to time. So I'm dealing with that. It's just a little tender. This foundation takes a little while to work in, especially with this primer, I feel. I use a different primer in work, and I feel like it's taken a little bit more work to kind of work in, but that's okay. So now my concealer, I'm gonna go back in with that BPure Hydrating. I've never used any other Prolux products. I've just used the foundation and the setting powder. Let me know if you have actually seen or used any of the Prolux products. I've not seen anything at the Dollar Tree, so I'm just assuming it's like just a brand. And I'd never heard of it before it ended up at my Dollar Trees. So definitely let me know if you've used any other products from the brand. So now I'm going to set it down with the translucent powder. This is called the Onset Extra Fine Setting Powder. And I am going to kind of bake under my eyes, so I am going to just use the puff that's in here, and it's going to make a mess, so just be ready. At least today I'm wearing white. I think last time I was wearing black. Just going to kind of get the center of my face, and then use this brush here to like brush it away. Last time I used this primer, I think I used the Candy Moyo either BB cream or foundation, and that went really nice over this primer. You know, of course, some primers and foundations don't mix, just as some powders and foundations don't mix. I look white as a ghost, but that's okay. We will make it work. So I tried one of these in my last video, one of the lighter color stories, and this here is a darker one. This is so defined. So these are supposed to be Patrick Ta dupes, which retail for like $40, and Dollar Tree has 5 different shades of these, and I have 3 of them. This is the darkest one I have. They do have like 2 darker ones and 3 lighter ones. So it's got this cream product on the top, and then like a powder product on the bottom. And this is like a matte version. The highlighting ones are shimmery. The cream kind of leaves like a dewy glow without like glitter. It's got like a lit from within, kind of not a wet look, but a little bit of like a dewy look. Then the bottom is like a traditional highlighter. So I'm gonna use my kabuki brush. I think I might have used this once on my channel, and I'm gonna use this for the cream product. I'm gonna use both. So I'm gonna take some of that and put it on my hand, and then take this kabuki brush and just kind of work the product and just kind of sculpt. Use it as like a contour. And I like to try to work as light as I can because I do have a tendency of going overboard, if you know me. It's really very easy to work with. I'm just kind of taking my finger and going like this and kind of putting it on my hand, and then taking my kabuki brush and just working it in to my kabuki brush. I'm gonna work it down my neck. Really, really nice. Like I said, it's very easy to just kind of build up. The shade seems to be not too warm, seems to be very, very neutral. Shade right here a little bit. The kabuki brush is very soft. I mean, it's very, very lightweight, and it probably won't like last forever, but it's really doing a nice job. It's a very dense brush for $1.25. There we go. So far, so good. So now I'm gonna use the powder as well. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use that same Sassy Chic brush. Like I said, we're testing some brushes today. I'm gonna go into that powder. This is where I'm gonna try to go with the light hand as well. And I'm just gonna kind of go in like a bronzer. Let me know down below in the comment section if you have the Patrick Ta version. I've never really heard of the brand personally. Some of those high-end brands I've not heard of. I really like this, y'all. That, like, the shade and everything is really, really nice. It's very, very buildable, yet it goes on very, very smooth and easy. So really, really nice. Of course, I'll have a rundown of all the products at the end of the video to kind of give my final thoughts. So that's really, really nice. Very, very pleased. So I used the other shade of this in my last testing new Dollar Tree makeup video, and I loved it. It was Cinnamon Cream. And today we're gonna be using Raspberry Spice. These are the new IONI blushes. The other shade I loved so much. It was just like the perfect shade and very kind of unusual. So this is really like a berry shade. This would be wonderful probably for like dark skin. I'm a little afraid of going overboard on my skin personally. So I'm gonna take my beauty blender. I just put the ever so smallest dot on the back of my hand. Of course, IONI blushes are very, very pigmented. So I like to use my beauty blender. Just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit more. There we go. Really nice. The shade, like I said, if you just go in very careful, is really, really nice. Like I said, this would be especially good for darker skin. And then I've got the BPure Glow Up Highlighting Stick. Again, it's supposed to be a dupe for e.l.f. And so it's just this highlighting stick. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on and blend it in kind of with my finger here. I've seen TikTok videos where they were comparing this to the actual e.l.f. and it seems that the quality and consistency is the same, just the shade is a little different. I think the e.l.f. one is a little bit more golden and this is a little bit more pearly. Of course, we know that Dollar Tree generally really excels at highlighters. There we go, just a very, very pretty light little glow. So now we're gonna finish up the eyes. I did add some pencil liner to my waterline, and now I'm gonna smoke out underneath, and I think I'm gonna go into that shade right there. I think I'm gonna go in with this other shade of this brush here. Usually I use like a smudger brush, but I'm gonna go ahead and try this today and kind of see how it does. I like to tap off the brush so I don't make a complete mess. Yeah, this isn't like the best thing to use for this purpose, but not the worst either. This will make a really good like inner corner highlight brush. There we go. Very happy with how this look is coming out so far. So for my inner corner highlight, of course, I'm gonna use that eye topper. So I'm gonna take that same brush, I just cleaned it off, and I'm gonna put a little bit of the product on that brush. And I'm just gonna go into the inner corner. There we go. That is absolutely stunning. This is a great brush for the inner corner highlight. I like that it's kind of sturdy. as well. There we go. That is gorgeous. And I don't think I'm going to really do an under the brow bone highlight. I think I've got kind of enough going on. I'm very, very happy with this eye makeup look. I really haven't done anything kind of crazy like this in a minute. So now we're going to go to the lips. And I'm going to be kind of bold here, y'all. So I've got this Mercerie, it's like a matte lip product. It doesn't say on the packaging, it's just Mercerie, but I do love the packaging. And you think it's like a regular lipstick, but it's like a liquid lipstick. And it's kind of a deep berry shade. And so yeah, I'm going big. I'm already home, so I'm going big, you know? So I am gonna line my lips, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use my LA Colors Lip Duo. This was in the fall line, and I've been loving this as a lip liner lately. Now I'm gonna go in with that lip color. Has a little bit of like an odd taste, nothing crazy, but it's going on very matte and very smooth. This is actually something I would wear at work. It's a little weird having such a short little like doe foot. I'm used to like liquid lipsticks being a little longer. I love the shade. I didn't picture the shade to be so red, which I'm not mad about because I really do like low-key love the shade. It's like a perfect shade of red in my opinion. So yeah, I am like loving the lip shade. So there is the finished makeup look. Like I said, it's a lot. It's a lot of lips, a lot of eyes. But yeah, I just wanted to try some stuff out today, and it's not my least favorite lip and eye combo I've ever done. So now a quick rundown of all the new products. The eyeshadow quads. I really liked the other two color stories a lot. These two color stories are like a little, I tried pairing these two together because I thought they might go together kind of well, and they did. We ended up getting a look. The eye topper definitely is like the star of the show, which is, I just love this. This is just so bougie and so gorgeous. I'd like to try this color story by itself. This one here I probably would never use by itself. It's just a little too pastel for me, but I did want to use like that lighter shade. Like I said, I would like to use this one on its own. They're not like super pigmented, but they are very, very blendable and buildable. And so, like I said, I don't like these color stories quite as much as the other two that I use, Classics and Rumors, but really, really nice. We did get this look, and with the eye topper, just top notch. The Raspberry Spice shade of the IONI liquid blush from their newest collection is actually not as scary as I thought. It is very pigmented. I went with a very light hand, but it can be done. It would be especially good for darker skin because it's got enough pigment, it's bright enough. It would really be wonderful for that. I do like the other shade better though. The Cinnamon Cream just has my heart, but same quality that we have come to know and love from IONI. The LA Colors Sculpting Duo in So Defined. We used one of the lighter ones, one of the highlighting ones. This was more of a contouring one. The cream was really, really nice, very easy to work with, very easy to blend and build up, and then the powder was really nice as well. Both of these that I've tried so far have very pleasantly surprised me. Really, really like it. I love the shade. Like I said, it was very, very easy to work with, very, very easy to build up and blend. Really, really nice. Like I said, it's supposed to be a dupe for Patrick Ta, which goes for like 40 bucks. So really, really nice dupe product. Then the setting spray, actually I didn't use it to set my makeup. Let me go ahead and use it to set my makeup. I like the smell. It smells like cucumber. It's supposed to be green tea scented, but it actually smells like cucumber to me. Like little sprayer, like the little bottle size. Like the sprayer is really nice, it's really fine. The bottle is really cute as always. And I also used it to wet my brushes. So, you know, yeah, just a nice little setting spray. Then the Glow Up Highlighting Stick from BPure. Really, really nice. Just a really nice little pearlescent glow. But we know that BPure and just Dollar Tree in general always comes out with really nice highlighting products. Then the lip product really surprised me. I didn't really expect for it to be so red and such a perfect shade of red. I love the container. The only thing I don't really care for is how short the doe foot is, but I love the shade. I'm gonna bring this to work and kind of see how it lasts. Very creamy, very rich, goes on very smooth, like it's not splotchy. Like I said, it's just like the perfect shade of red, so really, really like this from Mercerie. And then some second impressions, the lashes from Mercerie, the more drama style. Like I said, they've cut a couple styles. These are the more dramatic ones, and I love them. I didn't think I would like them as much as I do, but I really, really do. I have to trim about 3 little segments off because they're just a little too wide for my eyes, but they're comfortable. They're just dramatic enough. They're really easy to apply and they feel really good on the eyes. So really, really love those lashes. That has not changed. Then the brow pencil from Mercerie with the little kabuki brush on the end. Really, really like it. It's a really nice shade of brown. Not too light, not too dark, not too warm. And the pencil has enough tug. And I love the little kabuki brush on the end to kind of blend it out. I love when an eyebrow pencil has like a brush on the other end. It's just so handy. So second impression, really, really like that. Then the Glow Up Primer from BPure. Again, really, really like it. It allowed my Prolux foundation to go on really, really, really nice. I'll have to try it in work to see how long my makeup really lasts, but it's kind of like a tackier primer. To me, it doesn't smell overpowering like watermelon, and I love the packaging as well. And then the Prolux face products. I have mine from last year. Of course, these are rolling out into Dollar Tree again. I've got 3 foundations. One I actually just finished up, and I put another one in my work bag. This is another shade. I have 3 different shades. They're all a little bit light on me, but obviously I'm able to kind of make them work. Really nice foundation. It's the kind of thing, do I like it better than like Candy Moyo? Not necessarily. I do like the little pump bottle. And it's a matte foundation. So if you like a matte foundation, you find it at $1.25, you might as well try it and pick it up if you can find a shade close enough to your skin tone. And then the powders, I've got 3 shades. I've got 2 colors and translucent. Translucent has been my favorite. It's a very, very, very fine powder. And yeah, I really, really like it. For $1.25, you really can't go wrong. Definitely worth a try if you see it at your Dollar Tree. Then the brushes, y'all. So again, second impression on this brush, I really like it. I think it's supposed to be a dupe for a certain type of brush. I really liked this end here to put on shimmers. Or of course you could use it as a concealer brush, which is what I think it actually is. But I use that to put on shimmers. Then this here works well for powders. I used it to brush my powder away, and for my bronzer, you could use it for blush. Really soft, really high-end feeling. The kabuki brush, I used it to blend in my cream contour. From this end down, it's a little bit cheap feeling, but this end right here, it's very soft and really a very thick brush. So for the money, I think it's really nice. And then last but certainly not least, the Sassy Chic eyeshadow brush. You just kind of get this good all-around like shadow brush right here. Really soft, really dense, really nice. And this end here made a really, really good inner corner highlight brush. I did also use it to smoke out underneath my eye, and it worked out. I got a nice result. It's probably not the best brush for that, but it did work. But yeah, another really nice eyeshadow brush from Sassy Chic. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, show me you did by hitting the like button. Also too, if you can hype this video, it really is helping me and my channel out so very much. And I'm so appreciative when you decide to use some of your hypes on me, because I know you only get so many a week. So just know that I appreciate it so very much. Definitely check out my related content down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.